It was a chilly Saturday morning when Maria, a soft-spoken Filipina woman in her early 30s, stepped into Westbridge Galleria, one of the most luxurious malls in the city. Dressed simply in jeans and a soft beige cardigan, she looked around with quiet wonder, holding her phone and a small notebook. She had flown in from Manila just the day before to attend a business meeting scheduled at one of the boutique cafes inside the mall. But as she wandered gently through the corridors, double-checking her location, a sharply dressed mall manager named Steve spotted her. His eyes narrowed, not because she was doing anything wrong, but because, in his eyes, she didn't look the part. He watched her for a moment, then strode over, his tone sharp. "Excuse me, ma'am," he said, loudly enough to turn heads. "This area is reserved for shoppers and clients. You can't just wander around. Do you have a reason to be here?" Maria blinked, startled. "Yes," she answered gently. "I have a meeting here at—" But he cut her off. "Uh-huh, sure, I've heard that before." Without giving her a chance to explain, he flagged security and accused her of loitering and trespassing. "You people always try to sneak into places like this," he muttered under his breath, assuming she wouldn't understand. The mall staff, uncomfortable but silent, watched as Maria tried to calmly show her phone and documents. "I'm here for a meeting with a tenant," she explained again. But Steve wasn't listening. "You need to leave, now." His voice echoed down the corridor. Onlookers watched with confusion, some recording, some whispering. Maria didn't cry. She didn't argue. She just stood tall, clutching her folder tightly, heart pounding. What Steve didn't know, what he couldn't even imagine, was that this very mall, this prestigious property, was about to show him just how wrong he was. Just as Steve was about to call mall security over the radio, a sharp voice called out from behind him, "What exactly do you think you're doing?" The crowd parted. Walking briskly toward them was an older gentleman in an impeccable suit, Mr. Harold Sinclair, the owner of Westbridge Galleria himself. His expression was unreadable as he looked at Maria, then turned his icy glare toward Steve. "This is Miss Maria Dela Cruz," he said, enunciating every word. "She's not only here legitimately, she's our incoming lead consultant for the International Expansion Project." Silence fell like a heavy curtain. "She was invited here by me personally. She's been flown in from the Philippines, where she oversees development projects worth more than this entire building." Steve's face drained of color. I didn't know," he stammered. "Exactly," Harold said coldly. "You didn't bother to ask. You judged her the second you saw her." Turning to Maria, he softened. "I'm so sorry, Miss Dela Cruz. You shouldn't have been treated this way." Then, addressing the entire staff and the people watching, he said clearly, "Let this be a lesson. Prejudice has no place in this company or anywhere. And Steve, hand over your badge." A murmur rose through the crowd. Steve, visibly shaking, was escorted out. Maria simply nodded in quiet grace, not triumphant but dignified. "Thank you," she said, her voice calm. "But this isn't just about me. This is about how many others get pushed aside because of how they look." The video of the incident went viral within hours. Millions watched as a humble Filipina woman stood tall against discrimination and was publicly defended by a man of power. And in that mall, in that moment, the world was reminded that dignity isn't worn like a luxury label. It's earned through strength, humility, and the courage to stay composed when the world tries to shrink you.